We have ThorZaIN. We have Ret. We have Mouse versus Liquid. We have Terran versus Zerg on Zelnaga Caverns. I am Squiggles. Thank you all for joining me for another cast, and I am super excited between these two guys, or to cast these two guys rather, because Terran versus Zerg is like the matchup that I always need help with, and I'm curious to see just exactly how ThorZaIN, LOL at me, epic fail. ThorZaIN deals with LiquidRet and his ballerness. So here we go. Zelnaga Caverns. It is a one versus one map. You know there is of course the cavern in the middle. Ta-da! Kind of looks like a maw. We also have the two Zelnaga towers guarding the Zelnaga cavern on each side, which allow you to have a pretty decent amount of vision on the map. So it's going to be interesting to see what kind of build Ret goes for. Some people like to fast expand. It's a little bit riskier on a 1v1 map because your opponent knows exactly where you are, and if there's going to be any kind of one base cheese or anything like that, the 1v1 maps are usually the maps it comes on. So going to have to see what Rhett does. It looks like he has 14 workers right now, so we're going to be seeing very quickly if he goes ahead and gets a spawning pool. Or not getting 15, so there's 200, and there goes the drone. So he is going to be early expanding. He doesn't care that it's a one versus one map. He is confident enough in his ability to hold off any kind of early aggression. And over here, it looks like there will be early aggression because we have two racks coming down for ThorZaIN. Such a solid opening, and a lot of people hate on Terran for this opening, and I will tell you why. Because with two racks, you can pump out Marines, you can get a bunker in this area somewhere, you can put on a lot of pressure, and then you can expand behind it. Basically, what you do is you keep on making workers. You can see the orbital command going down right now, and you just delay getting gas for a little bit. And the extra money that you get allows you to pump Marines nonstop, make sure you don't get supply blocked by building barracks, and at the same time, add on a command center. Then you add on both gas, and you're totally fine to tech as per normal, but with the advantage of being able to just put on all kinds of pressure. Now you can see this second Overlord for Red in a pretty good spot. Most people actually like it here because you can spot any kind of cheesy stuff that goes on. You can see ThorZaIN is going to go ahead and scout. He does know that there is a hatchery there now, and he is going to see that there is a gas and a pool, gas going down after pool. So ThorZaIN has all of the information he needs. A couple of drones on patrol, and by patrol I don't mean the actual command. I more mean that they are the guardians of the Zerg until these four Zerglings hatch. Now you can see a lot more drones coming out right now, and he is going to try to stop this bunker from going down. If the bunker finishes, that's not really the best thing ever. Spine crawler going down, but pressure being put on the spine crawler already, and they may have to actually cancel it. He does cancel it right before it would have died, and he's going to have to remake it now. So great job delaying that spine crawler, and it looks like a lot of Zerglings, a lot of drones putting on lots of pressure, but a fourth Marine comes, and that is going to mean that these Zerg units have to go ahead and fall back. And look at that, saving the SCV, and the bunker is done. So he's going to be putting more pressure on this spine crawler, and now he's going to run back into the bunker, and it's going to be a lot of load and unload micro going on right now as these Marines try to do as much damage as possible. Losing one Marine there, but more Marines streaming down as he just continues to do stuff. Now you can see Rhett, so smart, is actually sending a few Zerglings this way to cut off any kind of reinforcements so ThorZaIN cannot just rally, and really good job by him. It looks like these Zerglings will all get picked off by the superior Marine count, but great job by him actually slowing down this aggression by quite a bit. Now you can see that there is a command center going down for ThorZaIN, as well as both gases going down as per normal. As soon as that command center goes down, you want to go ahead and throw down those two gas so you don't get too far behind in tech. And it looks like with this spine crawler, which is just barely alive, boom! It looks like the Terran push will be halted for the time being. These Marines go ahead and stop themselves and are now waiting for orders. Waiting on orders, sir. And it looks like they are going to be ordered to go ahead and fall back. Yep, sounds pretty good to me. Nope, looks like not. I actually don't know. It looks like their orders are to kind of skirt around and see if they can do any more damage. So I'm putting some pressure on this queen, and Zerglings come out, so they're going to be microing back. Nice micro by those Marines, killing all of the Zerglings, and now Queen taking some hits, but it looks like these Marines now, two of which are injured, one very badly. He's like missing a leg and somehow still running like a champ, so good on him. He's going to go ahead and turn around and go back home. Now for Rhett, during all of that, it looks like speed is almost done for him. Still only on one gas, and he does not actually have people on that gas, opting instead to go ahead and get overlords, get some drones, all that stuff. You can see he was temporarily supply blocked. Whoopsie doopsie. Uncharacteristic blunder from Rhett. But to be fair, he was under a lot of pressure right now. And ThorZaIN, man, why can I not say his name? Content to just hold this Xel'Naga watchtower. And here we go. It looks like, oh, these Marines. Excuse me for my voice, just dying. Looks like these Marines will get taken out because Speedlings are quite a bit better than regular Zerglings, and this Marine is running, and oh, he knows he's not going to make it. We will send flowers to his mother. Terrible, terrible travesty that just happened, but that is war, and war is hell. Meanwhile, it looks like ThorZaIN has his second orbital up, and he's just going to be making some workers and putting them on his minerals in here. And you may be saying, ThorZaIN, what are you doing? Why don't you just take your expansion? Well, it's not exactly safe right now. You can see, if we look at the army tab, he has not a lot of army, 3 Marines it looks like. And that's not going to be enough to really do anything. And worker count, he's actually, no, that's red. LOL, ThorZaIN has 9 army and 35. I was going to say, how is a Terran ahead of a Zerg in economy at this point? But false alarm, he's in fact not. But basically, he's just waiting for... Ooh, Blue Flame Hellions, nice. He's waiting to get enough units that he can come ahead and move out here and then take his expansion. So right now, not safe. And so what he's going to do is he is going to oversaturate his minerals like crazy. And then when he lands his orbital command, he's going to be able to send a ton of workers and pretty much saturate his natural right away. It's called Maynarding, and that was a StarCraft 1 thing that was invented way long ago and really changed like the whole game, because before that you just build guys until it was you're good, and then you just stop building them until you're ready to take another expo. But preemptively building workers, pretty good. And you can see here, yeah, see all these workers, that's like enough to actually just straight up totally saturate the minerals right now. And I love this play with the barracks. I used to put engineering bay here. I am liking barracks more and more because you can still produce units out of it. Also, a bunker will close this off, just in case anybody was wondering. But with this shrubbery right here, you got to be really careful because these runarounds, like, I don't know, say these Zerglings, could go ahead and just run around and, oh, queen, tons of pressure we can put on the queen. Run away, queen, run away. And Zerglings, oh my goodness, Zerglings not the best against the Blue Flame upgraded Hellions. Roaches, much better actually. And you can see Stim going down here. Scan going down here. They're pretty much the same thing if you think about it the right way. Yeah, no, you don't believe it either? Okay, fair enough. Neither do I. I am full of just terrible advice today, goodness. So it looks like he has, ThorZaIN now has 4 gases. He does have 2 factories. I swear I saw a factory. And look at, oh, such good placement. Look at this. Using his starport, using his factory, using barracks, using literally every building that he has, ThorZaIN is going to be shutting down actually all 3 entrances into his natural. And this is one of the bad things for Terran on this map, is that their natural is just so wide open and so easy to harass. So ThorZaIN is going to be using really good building placement to just shut down any kind of run-by harass that can happen. And now his tanks, as soon as they get siege, you can see siege is about halfway done, are going to be much stronger and much harder to kill. Meanwhile, Rhett has the gold. Oh goodness, this is going to get out of control fast if Rhett is able to hold on to that gold. Now, you've heard the saying that, you know, it's okay because Zerg needs to be about 1 base up on their opponents at all time, and that is true, but having a gold is like being up like 2 bases, and you don't as much want your player to be up by 2 bases, because that's just not kosher, really. So these Hellions doing the little damage they can do. They're going to be throwing down some flames, but they need to be careful because they are going to get banned by the admins if they keep on throwing flames. You can see one guy getting his account banned. Oh, terrible. Looks like, let's see what kind of upgrades everybody has. It looks like there is Stim is done and Siege is done. So he's going to do a Siege Stim timing push, and he's going to be, looks like a very slow mode timing push, getting a bunker as well. And siege tanks. Oh, worst queen spawn in the history of queen spawns. So ThorZaIN going to be coming in here and trying to do as much damage as possible. And these roaches have to be careful because they know there are siege tanks there. And if this bunker finishes, then that is going to just cement this position even more, and you can start leapfrogging bunkers forward. So ThorZaIN, great job. And oh, just look at that elite supply depot That was so good. And so it looks like Rhett was going to do some kind of a counterattack, which is so popular in this matchup. Whenever the Terran moves out, because they're slow and clunky, but it's hard to break this position, you go ahead and you just counterattack. But guess what? Guess what? ThorZaIN took preventative measures. He is a great wall off right here, and it's going to be really hard to counterattack him. So great job by ThorZaIN, just staying good. Meanwhile, I'm talking about building position, and ThorZaIN's army is getting absolutely smashed. Oh my goodness, look at that. I mean, it looks like LiquidRet lost quite a bit too, but if you look at the supplies, it is 138 versus 86 now, and oh goodness, that's not good. Tanks unsieged. Great little lift off there because roaches, as good as they are, cannot shoot air. And here comes the push by LiquidRet. He is going to see what kind of damage he can do. And there goes the supply depot raising again. Marines getting stemmed. Siege tanks getting sieged. And are these... Oh, man, that is such just a crazy choke that these roaches have found themselves in. A man-made choke, by the way, or a Terran-made choke, I should say. And these roaches are going to have to go ahead and fall back. ThorZaIN holding down like a boss. And I'm going to be interested to see when ThorZaIN decides to take his third. Oh, look, it could be right now. He is starting his command center as well as focusing down these rocks. So good job on him. Oh, no, Marines, be careful. Nothing worse than running your Marines past destructible rocks and having the splash just kill them. But let's see. It looks like they are battling over the Zelnanga watchtowers. Well, one of them, this one not being taken. But Red about 40 supply ahead right now and going to go ahead and take a fourth while ThorZaIN is still on 2 bases, although he is building a command center somewhere. Where, you ask? Well, I don't really... There we go. It's right there. I was trying to tell you guys it's right there. I don't know why you're not listening. So here comes ThorZaIN again. Look at this siege tank spread. Wow, that is good. My goodness. And it looks like Red could be going for some kind of counterattack yet again. Or he could just be going for a sandwich. Looks like he is going to sandwich. Banelings coming from the top. Roaches from the bottom. Roach is going to be absorbing a lot of the siege tank shots. And these Banelings are going to come in and absolutely demolish. Never mind. Siege tanks quite good against Banelings apparently. 8 kills, 11 kills, and 5 kills respectively, as well as the other siege tanks which actually died. And this siege tank on the high ground, such a cutesy little move by ThorZaIN. Those Banelings, got nothing on me because you can't actually attack me. You're a melee unit, believe it or not. Yeah, I didn't really believe it either, but it's true, and that means that you cannot attack me, so ha-de freaking da. Looks like this Overlord had Taco Bell for lunch. I've used that joke before, but I'm using it again, and oh my goodness, that's exactly what happens to me after I have Taco Bell. Oh, that's gross. Okay, here comes some roaches. Going to go ahead and attack into here, but it looks like there are Marines, which apparently are just good against everything. Marines have +1 attack right now, +1 armor on the way, and meanwhile, it looks like we're going to be getting some pathogen glands and some infestors out for LiquidRet as well as Banelings. And what kind of attack do the Zerg have? It looks like they have +2 melee and +1 carapace. So Zerg ahead on upgrades, and tanks, no additional upgrades on them as well. But with all of that, there's a lot of pressure being put on the gold of Rhett, and it looks like, oh my goodness, is he going to go ahead and expand down here? It looks like Rhett may just go ahead and sack his gold, at least for now. He was able to get a decent amount of mining off of it, so it was definitely cost effective. Oh, snipe the infestor. No, snipe the infestor, snipe the infestor. Oh no, never mind. One Baneling going to come over here and do a ton of damage. He's just select one more Baneling and just totally own these guys in the face. But it looks like, what is ThorZaIN doing over here? He does have one Marine over here who's like going to tattle as soon as he sees that base going up. And oh my goodness, worst place to be for these Marines ever. They're going to stem and run away. Phew! Good thing they went to gym class and learned how to run. And the fact that they're, you know, like drug junkies, that doesn't hurt either. In this case, normally being a drug junkie actually hurts you. In this case, not so much. And look at this planetary fortress up at the 3rd, but there is going to be a lot of pressure being put on it. So many Banelings going off, and there goes down the planetary fortress. So great little poke by Rhett, and by poke I mean all-out assault. Oh my goodness, and look at that. And the supplies are still about 40 supply difference. LiquidRet in the lead, and ThorZaIN is going to be long distance mining now from his gold as he picks up his orbital command from his main and is going to go lift it over in the gold. He wants this gold so bad. Meanwhile, going to be pushing down here with some siege tanks and some Marines. There goes the stem, actually stemming only a couple. Oh, Banelings were on the way, but they got hit with a great siege tank shot, and now it looks like this hatchery could in fact go down, and if it does, that's going to be pretty good. Boom! So ThorZaIN has now been able to take down 2 bases of Rhett. Now Rhett does have a base over here with a lot of drones who are not mining, but fortunately for Rhett, this Marine is actually going to put pressure on, and so now Rhett's going to remember. That's actually maybe the only time where I've seen that putting pressure on an expansion has actually been detrimental for the person putting pressure on. Because I worded that bad, but I'll tell you what I will word is that is some great fungals. That is what I will word those as. And ThorZaIN just getting absolutely smashed in the face again, but because he has a great siege tank spread, he is able to somehow survive. These medevacs worth their weight in gold, by the way, and that's what all their health bars look like, either gold or ruby. Yeah. Marines stimming, don't want to get in a bad position. Lots of Zerglings going to be coming in here. And oh no, siege tanks with a late siege. You wouldn't think siege mode is that big of a deal, but when they're sieged, it's really awesome. But because it takes so long to actually siege them, they can just get picked off like that. You got 2 siege tanks that got sieged and didn't do anything, actually. Okay, now it looks like Rhett, he is going to retake his 3rd expansion area. He does have this kind of ninja-ish expansion up, except everybody knows it's there. You do, I do, and so does ThorZaIN. Here comes ThorZaIN with a whole bunch of Zerglings, and this siege tank is going to LOL at them, and they're going to LOL back because he only got 1 kill. But the power of the siege tank is not in his ability to get kills, it is in his ability to injure every single one of these units with 1 shot. That is the good part about those. And look at this. Going to be a little drop slash stim for ThorZaIN over here. And this Infestor, he could have something to say about that. Nope. He's going to keep his mouth shut. No spitting going on today. And it looks like ThorZaIN, using dropships all over the place now, is actually going to be taking the Zeldong Watchtower once again. Oh, Fungal going down on the Marines, and that's just the worst way to go. Oh, getting spit on again. And is this Medevac going to go down? No, he survives with, 9 hit points, pretty standard. So, looks like ThorZaIN has been able to keep his expansion for quite a while. The rally's not quite there, but that's okay. A lot going on. I'm not going to hold it against him. Getting gas is 5 and 6 right now. And look at this, going to be pushing down here with a little group of Marines. And, oh, going to be taking out a ton of drones, actually. Let's go ahead and check out the workers killed. You can see workers killed are actually pretty even. And units killed, looks like ThorZaIN's going to be killing more. But, of course, these Zerglings make that tab a little bit less true than it could be. And, oh my goodness, Infestors, so good at taking out Marines. Patooey, and all those Marines go down. Now, it looks like ThorZaIN going to be doing a little mini push over here. He has 1 siege tank on the ledge, 1 Marine holding the Zeldong Watchtowers, and a couple of medevacs just chilling around for moral support. This guy with 9 hit points, not even going back to being repaired because he is just so content. And it looks like ThorZaIN was bouncing back and forth here with this medevac for a little bit, doing some damage, but really what he was doing was just forcing Rhett to go ahead and defend everywhere. And okay, and there's the GG. I don't know why. Let's check out the army tabs. We can see Rhett is behind a little bit in workers, not a huge amount, and he is behind in army supply as well. Yeah, he's behind. You can see this, but I don't know if he should be. I don't know. Leave your opinion in the comments below. Was this a premature GG or not? I kind of am leaning toward it is, but I don't really know. I mean, look at the upgrades. We can see 1-1 on the, or 1-1 is done, 2-2 on the way for Terran, as well as +1 vehicle weapons on the way. But as far as the Zerg, I mean, he actually has superior upgrades right now, and I mean, I don't know. Weird game, really good game right up until the end, and then the very weird GG by Rhett. So go ahead and leave, like I said, in the comment section below if you think he GG'd early or not, and what your opinion on that is, and I will read those and respond. All right, guys, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed it, and I will see you guys tomorrow.